Okay, so there I was. Two major motion picture stars, Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller, and me, Al Kaplon, on set at 1:30 a.m. and my big close-up in this $20 million budgeted Hollywood blockbuster. What was I thinking?
Ready, Dodgeball. You stepped over the line.
Hi, I'm Al Kaplon. I played the tournament referee in the movie Dodgeball, a True Underdog Story. Now here's where I'm going to take you behind the whistle. Ben and Vince, they were relaxed. They were done. No more lines to perform. Well, they just had to nod to my line of understood. So the three of us are standing there face to face and waiting for the cameras to line up. And Ben and Vince start talking about the financial stake that they have in the movie. They'd basically been taking scale with back-end deals. And Ben's company, Red Hour Films, was the production company. So I chimed in and said, I opened up my check today and I almost cried. To which Ben, dressed as White Goodman, looks at me and says, the residuals are going to be good on this one. And boy, was he right. So then we hear stand by, rolling, and action. Take one.
This is sudden death. Only striking an opposing player eliminates him. Catching the ball does nothing. Both feet must remain in the triangle.
I nail my lines. Vince starts laughing. Cut. Reset. Take two.
Only striking an opposing player eliminates.
I nail my lines. Now Ben starts laughing. They were making each other laugh, making faces at each other. Take three.
Only striking an opposing player eliminates him. Catching the ball does nothing. Sorry. Laughing really f***s up the shot.
I nail my lines. They both lose it. At this point, I'm thinking, come on, fellas, I worked all day hard for you. Okay, take four.
Left. Only striking an opposing player eliminates him. And this is really difficult to work.
I nail my lines. See me walk off? And then look at Ben's face when he looks straight into the camera. That's real. So we reset. They promise not to laugh. Rawson yells, action. And I start my lines. And for the first time all day, all night, I flub them.
This is sudden death. Only catching... Oh, shit. Now
and the set explodes. That's the take that got me into the bloopers and outtake reel. Later on, one of the producers, Stuart Cornfeld, who I really liked, came up to me and he says, you know, those guys paid you a big compliment there. And I said, what? And he said, you know, if Ben and Vince didn't like you or didn't think you were a strong actor, they would have felt like they had to baby you through the scene. Instead, they were having fun with you. And he told me I held my own on screen with the two of them, and that was a big compliment, and I really appreciated him coming up and telling me that. You know, Stuart was really good about sharing what was going on with Video Village, good or bad. And I told him it meant a lot, and it was a strong, confident booster. Stuart Cornfeld passed away in 2020. He was a producer and a collaborator, and someone who took the time to support me when it mattered. I've always appreciated that, and I always will. You know, that's the part you never see. Not the joke, not the blooper, but the respect behind it. That's going behind the whistle.